Hey guys, it's Eddie here from Dealing Property. Today I want to talk about should you fix your interest rates or should you leave them on variable? And it's a question that I get asked all the time. And look, it really does depend on your position and what your goals are over the next few years and long term as well with investing in property and building your property portfolio. What I did and what's worked best for me might not be for everybody, but what I basically did in the initial part of building my portfolio, so the first 10 properties that I bought, I had them all on variable interest rates. I didn't fix them when I bought the property. And the reason why that is and what I've learned over the years, is that say for example you fix your interest rates, you buy a property and you fix the interest rate because you want to get a lower interest rate. You want to save some money in terms of cash flow every year. What can happen with that is if you try to refinance, depending what bank or lender that you're with, if you try to refinance your loan and release equity or use the property that you bought to buy another property, because you fixed your interest rate, most banks or lenders, you have to pay break costs to break that term contract that you're in. So for example, I've known a couple of people that they fixed their rates and they had to pay about $2,000-$3,000, sometimes even more than that, to break their contract term that they were on because they fixed it for about 4 or 5 years to swap over to another lender to be able to release equity to buy another property that they wanted to do. So what I encourage you to do is before you buy a property and fix your interest rates, think, what are my plans with this property? Am I going to use this property to buy another one in the interim, in the short time, say in another 12 months or 24 months? So for example, if you fix your interest rates for 3 years and you plan on using that property that you bought in another couple of years to buy another property, to maybe use some equity and leverage off that property to buy another one, you might have paid those break costs for no reason just because you made the wrong decision to begin with. So, from my own portfolio at the moment, I've got 14 properties. I've got about 6 of those properties that I fixed on fixed interest rates at the moment, and the other 8 properties I've just left on variable interest rates. The reason why I did that is because those 6 properties that I chose to get a better interest rate and increase my cash flow and better my cash flow in that sense, I've already done what I want to do with them. So I've already bought them a few years ago, maybe released equity from some, pulled the equity out, put that in offset account, or use those to buy some more use that equity to buy some more properties. But I basically I've refinanced them and I've pulled some equity out and I've done they've served their purpose. So now it's basically for those properties, they're just I'll just leave them and let them set and forget and pay themselves off, and I'll keep them on principal and interest and let them just pay themselves off year on year, and the loans will go down and rents will go up, etc., etc. So the other 8 properties I've got, I left them on variable rates because they've still got basically a lot of equity within that I might pull out in the near future. So I didn't want to, limit myself from that sense. So yeah, I guess the point is, should you fix your interest rates or should you go variable? It depends on what the market's doing as well. It depends on what the bank's doing. Interest rates, they fluctuate, overall. Personally, for me, 2018, I don't see the interest rates going up, too much. A lot of people saying that they could go up really, really high and all that kind of stuff. I don't see that happening. From my opinion, if they've recently raised the interest rates, I believe some of the major banks have raised the interest rates by a little bit. If they do it again, it won't be a little bit from my opinion. I guess there's no right or wrong. And once again, not financial advice, but I don't see them going up much very, very high in the near future anyway. So yeah, I hope this video has helped. Make you realise, make you understand the implications about if you do fix your interest rates, what are the repercussions of doing that. Just want to obviously share some of my experiences to pass on the knowledge that I've learned, so maybe it will help you grow your own property portfolio and invest in property and not get stuck, because the majority of people do get stuck at 2-3 properties. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. If you have any questions, send them through and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.